Welcome back, everyone, to our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3. We're off to a great start to the season with 2 wins in the Camping World Truck Series and 3 wins in the Xfinity Series. Let's take a quick look at our season status, and we're not so much interested in the traditional point standings, but rather the playoff standings. And you can see we are easily atop with 10 playoff points here. Brett Moffitt is the only other driver with a win so far into the season, but of course, it is very early in the season. Looking at the Monster Energy, wow, look at the wins already there. Fairly spread out. 2 wins each for Kyle Busch and Harvick, and then several others with 1 victory. So things are off to a good start there as well for parity. And then we come to the Xfinity Series where we have the lead with 3 wins and 16 playoff points. So everything is looking really good. But as we back our way back out to the main menu, we are ready for Bristol in the Xfinity Series. Now, Bristol is always a blast, but you don't always get the room you need at Bristol, and sometimes the AI just get a little bit irritated. So this should be a ton of fun. Let's head to Bristol. All right, folks, it is time for the Xfinity race at Bristol, and this ought to be a blast, or it's going to be utter terror. One of the two, because we're going to be starting in the rear. There you see our number 18 Joe Gibbs Toyota. So starting in the rear, 25% race against maximum difficulty AI. We'll be stage racing. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So we're starting shotgun on the field in 40th. And can we make up ground? And if so, how quickly?
Careful, still there.
Of course, we're going to have to stick to the bottom because that's the only place we're going to get any room, as the AI love to use the top 2 grooves.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Ooh, look out, a little loose there.
Hard on the outside. Outside. Still there. Clear all around. Outside, outside.
All right, so far
Still
so
there.
good.
Clear all around. Got a car up top, got a car high now.
The biggest issue we're going to have is when we encounter 3 wide. Like I see you just in front of us.
Clear all around. Car there is on the outside. Outside.
When we get to 3 wide, that is no good for us because it's going to block the track. And of course, not only do we have to worry about passing cars for position, we have to worry about getting lapped starting this far back. At a place like Bristol, that is already so short anyway, the leader gets such a head start on you at the back of the field that even if you're running decent lap times, it's going to be very hard to not get lapped.
Stay low, still there. Clear all around.
All right, so far everything is nice and clean. We're trying to give the AI as much room as we can.
Now.
And so far,
Clear all around.
they're doing the same for us.
Got a car up top, he's up top. Got a car high now. Clear all around.
All right, so right now we've got a bit of an issue here with the 55. He is right
Stay
where
on the
we
bottom
want to
here,
be.
folks. Still there.
Ooh, hello, got down the apron right there. He is right where we want to be.
Still there.
So I'm trying to take this very easy
Clear all around.
and not create a wreck. All right, not bad. We're up to 23rd position, and we're only 9 laps into a 20-lap stage. All right, I think we're clear. Yes. Oh, looks like we've got trouble up ahead. And I don't see anything. So I assume whoever got into that wreck either gathered it up or is now sitting on the inside retaining wall.
10 to go. hard on the outside. He's outside.
All right, now things are starting to get spread out.
Car outside. Hold your line here.
So it's going to take us longer to get to each car to try to pass them. And then, of course, there's always that matter of, do we have enough speed to ultimately get into the top 10, the top 5, and so on?
Careful, still there. All right, now you're clear.
All right, so that pass put us into the top 20. Certainly wasn't sure we'd make it this far this quickly. The farther we make it now, the better we make it for ourselves going into stage number 2.
Still there. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear.
All right, we'll take it. Another car down. Slide up the corner a little bit this time by. Oh wow, Harvick running down in 18th. There's something you don't see a whole lot. So these guys are running side by side, which is slowing both of them down and helping us to catch up. So we got 3 more laps, and again, we want to try to get as many cars as we can. Normally I'd be all about starting on the bottom, and obviously that's preferable for us if we can. But right now, mostly what we're concerned with is just getting all we can get. And right now that's Harvick.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. White flag. Come on, dig, driver. All right, now you're clear.
All right, final couple of corners. And
no points at that stage.
Excellent.
Plenty of racing left.
I was a little worried about it taking control away from me in mid-corner because of what it does to my force feedback. Wasn't looking forward to that, but it turned out not to be an issue. So we got 55 laps remaining and no reason to pit here, so we will go ahead and press do not pit and move ahead to the next restart. So we'll restart in 17th position.
All right, you're coming to the green.
So that puts us on the bottom, which is awesome. I do not like being on the top against the AI at this track. It is not fun. You'd have thought somebody would have come out and picked up the pit commitment code, but
clear all around.
No such luck.
Outside. You're all clear up top.
Oh wow, he said you're all clear up top, and I believed him, and clearly we were not.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Careful, still there.
So as usual, best course of action is to ignore the spotter because usually he's either going to be either absent
clear all around
or just wrong. All right, either way, no harm done. We're up to 14th now. And looks like they're trying to get 3 wide up here in front. So the car's handling fine. As always, made a few adjustments to try to slow the car down a little bit to make sure that we had a little tougher time getting to the front. Take a little speed out of the car. And you can hear me having to wait on the gas, particularly on corner exit.
All right, careful now, still there.
But overall,
all clear.
this thing is
Car
handling
outside,
quite
hold your
nicely.
line here. Hold the wheel.
All right, Sieg is going to get down here and run where we want to be.
Clear all around.
So we'll give him a lap or two here and see if he can get to where he's trying to get, because I know he wants to get back to the top if he can.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Careful.
Oh wow,
Still
we're
there.
up into ninth. I
Clear all
completely
around.
lost count of
Car outside, hold your line here.
what position we were in.
On, now you're clear.
I had no idea we were quite into the top 10.
Keep digging. We have 10 to go.
All right, only 18 laps in this stage, so we're at the halfway point.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Still
Certainly
there.
a lot harder to make up spots as you get closer and closer to the front.
Stay low. Still there.
I believe that's Tyler Reddick on our outside right now.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Stay low. Still there.
Ouch.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around.
It's almost as if we were 3 wide there, and I didn't realize it because we made contact very early. All right, so Truex up into 5th, and we're going to try very hard here to take that away from him.
Got one outside now.
And then we're going to focus on Ryan Sieg, who's having a great
All
run
right, now you're clear.
inside the top 5. Oh, look out.
5 to go, driver.
Really loose there. All right, this is where Bristol can either be really fun or really frustrating, because now we're at a spot where Sieg is running some good lap times around the top, and we're having to run a really tight line to try to get under him and then try to clear him. So it's probably going to require me to go in really hard on entry to get position for the exit. But we're going to try not to do that because
All clear.
it may not be necessary. There we go.
Here to
So
go,
we got
driver.
by.
Here to go.
Took a few laps. All right, I had to take a quick glance up because I couldn't remember what stage we were in. That's how focused you get at Bristol whenever you're trying to maintain position.
Last lap. Give me one good lap.
All right,
Hit your mark.
final lap of stage 2. And so far, so good. We're up into 4th, which unfortunately starts on the outside, but hey, we're in 4th. I'm not going to complain about that.
That's
All right, there we go. So there's our first stage points of the day, and not bad. We'll take the 4th place points. 7 more points. All right, once again, 34 laps remaining, no reason to pit. So we're going to skip ahead to the final. In all likelihood, what will be the final restart. We haven't seen any cautions to this
All right,
point.
you're
We're still
coming to the
using
green.
strict yellows.
Be ready here.
All right, I'm going to duck down and
Car there's
try to
on
get
your
to the
inside.
bottom. Nope, it didn't
Inside.
work. There we go.
Careful.
That was
Still
job number 1. Oh, look out. Really loose there. So we got to the bottom, then immediately lost a few
Outside.
spots. But that just means more fun
Still
because
there.
now we got to make those spots back up.
there. Top lane's free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane's free.
All right, again, he's telling me top lane is free, and we
Clear
are
all
clearly not.
Outside, outside. Track's all yours, bud. You're clear.
I'm telling you, this spotter is absolutely terrible. There are many moments in this game, things that happen on a routine basis that all you can really do
Careful.
is ask
Still
the
there.
question, did anyone test this before it was released? Because
Careful.
there's
Still
no
there.
way that you tested this and decided that it was okay for the spotter to be this bad.
All right, clear outside. Still there.
All right, so Christopher Bell is in the spot where
All
we
right, clear
restarted.
outside.
All right, so now we're back to where we were. So lap 51 of 75, so we still got plenty of time left. And we can see the leader in front of us. So they've not run off from us just yet. And if you can see that leader, that just gives you that much more focus to try to get there. Also, I noticed that Tyler Reddick in our mirror is coming on strong. We're definitely not pulling away from him. He's right there with us. He's running a very unconventional line. All right, so look at this. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead up ahead of us, which is good news for us, because that's going to slow them all down and hopefully let us catch up. This should be a great finish to the race. All right, so we've certainly closed down the distance. The question is, who is going to be leading within the next few laps? It kind of looks like it's going to be John Hunter.
20 laps to go. 20. Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear.
All right, into third. So a lot of guys at the front of the field that you would expect to be at the front of the field. The 7 car is certainly no stranger to leading and winning races. Tyler Reddick, same thing. He's done quite a bit of that so far this season. All right, so John Hunter now in the lead. Let's see if he's able to run away and hide. All right, great run through that corner.
Stay on the bottom.
Now
here
we're just
for
going
me.
to try to
Still
keep
there.
that momentum going and see if we can't clear the 7
Got
car.
one outside now. All right, now you're clear. Outside, outside. Clear all around. Outside, outside. Clear all around. Got a car
All
up
right,
top,
are we
got a
finally
top,
clear?
got a car high now.
He's told me I was
All
clear about 5
Got a car
times
up
in the
top,
last 2
up top,
corners.
Got a car high now. All right, now you're clear.
All right, I think we're actually clear this time. So now we can set our focus on Nemechek in the lead. Oh, we got a good entry to the corner there and a nice exit. So we're right here with him. We'll see what happens behind us and see if these guys keep pace with us, because they certainly don't appear to be going away.
Still there.
All right, Nemechek's actually doing a really
Stay on
good
the bottom here
job
for me. Still
right
there.
now of pinching me down and not allowing me to get what I need on entry or exit. So a great job by him. Let's see what happens with this lap traffic though. Lap traffic is not trying to give us any room at all.
Stay low, stay low. Still there. All clear.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I do not want the AI to get caught up behind lap traffic as we've seen so many times in the past. Look at there, the double zero has gotten to our inside.
Got one down low now. Got one down low.
I like it.
Inside.
All right, I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to try to fight that on the outside because that usually doesn't end up too well.
Stay low, stay low.
Usually ends up with me in the wall.
This line here.
And we're getting down to the end, so if you're going to have the car, any car left, it's time to use it. All right, this is a great battle. We got 3 cars, maybe even 4, that are right here on top of each other for the lead.
Still there.
All right, a lot more lap traffic ahead, a lot more. And it looks like we're going to get boxed in here.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there. Outside, outside. Clear all around.
All right, I hear the crowd noise as if we've taken the lead,
Hard on the outside.
but I actually have no idea if we have or not. And I don't really have time to do it. A lot of looking around on the screen to see if that is the case. Because we've got 6 laps remaining, lots of lap traffic.
Still there.
I'm telling you, this car is just driving so good.
All right, clear high, bud.
All right, I see the 7 car behind us, and yes, it does appear as though we're in the lead. But that 7 car wants it badly. I believe he's actually the one who's led most of this race before John Hunter came and took it away from him temporarily. All right, 4 more times around. Oh, look at him. He's right there. Cannot allow him to get below us. Make him go around to the high side, and if he does that, we'll shake his hand in victory lane and tell him good job. All right, here we go. Lap traffic 2 wide.
Car there is on the outside. Outside.
How's this going to turn
Lap to
out?
go.
All right, is he going to give us the bottom? Yes. He didn't want to give us much of the bottom, but we were going to take it if he gave any at
Clear
all.
all around. Car there is on the outside. Outside. You're all clear up top. White flag. Bring it home.
All right, final lap. Ooh, I thought he was on our outside. I thought the 7 car was there. I was trying to give him room.
Nice
There we
work
go.
today. Checkered flag.
Wow, we had to earn that victory. Starting from the very back of the field, working our way through, and finally coming up with the victory. I thought the 7 car had us there at the end. I really did. Coming off of turn 2 on the final lap, I thought he was to our outside, and I thought we were going to have a drag race back to the start-finish line. But thankfully, we were able to come home with the victory. Justin Allgaier looks like also won a stage. Oh, and Elliott Sadler won a stage. I actually don't remember passing Elliott Sadler at any point. So, again, just shows you the focus that you have to have here at Bristol. This isn't like a 1.5 or 2 mile track where you got a little time on the straightaways to really look around and see what's going on. But not a bad payout. So we'll make about 110, 120,000 out of this one. 87,000 for the victory. Not bad at all. So that will be our 4th victory. Wow. That's more victories than I had hoped we would have at this point in the season. But that car always looks nice in victory lane, even if it does still say Priest on it. All right, fastest lap. Not really an issue there. We spent, I would say, probably 95 to 97% of our laps in traffic, if not heavy traffic. We didn't get very many laps where we could just have clear track and relax. We did not have very many of those at all. So now, what happens with the Twitter feed? What do we get for a Twitter feed after this race? Let's see. I mean, it's Bristol. You got to have some sort of reaction. Okay, let's go ahead and watch the Ryan Reed video.
What an incredible finish. Nice win.
All right, short and sweet. I like it. Thank you very much, Mr. Reed. Now that you have 15 lifetime wins, you are super close to having a statue made in your honor. Life goals. Okay. Hey, we can't argue with that now. 3 wins in a row. I didn't realize it was 3 in a row. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sadler. 100,000 fans. Yes, we're now just over 103,000. Amazing, and I am one of them. All right. I like it. All aboard the Claudius. You got to love this Twitter feed. Vinny Miller says, you deserve that win. No Lucky Charms needed when you're really fast and super clean. Okay, I like this feedback we're getting. Justin Allgar, who we know we had some intense battles with during that race, says, now that's what I call a win. That win at Bristol was fast, professional, and incredibly clean. And yeah, I mean, we had some contact with a few different guys, but it was basically minor contact. And you can't really expect to go to Bristol and run an entire race of any length without having some sort of contact with the wall, other cars, or both. So that's going to do it for today. Wow, Richmond on the docket. I mean, I'm at a point where we really need to skip ahead in the season, but there's so many fun races and tracks ahead that I have a hard time doing it. I have a hard time going to that simulate race side of things, but we got some decisions to make. So we'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we will continue our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3.